Oh, welcome back, everybody. Coming back for episode 307, part 2. Let's build from scratch. This is Scuffed Epoch. I'm Drift Johnson. Welcome. We're doing Latent Space Live for the next hour or so. So it is 8 o'clock on the 21st of December. Today would be a Sunday. I hope your festive season and holidays are going well. If you're still working, hard times, I've been there. Otherwise, I mean, hell, I'm working tomorrow, so I bet most of you are too. But what I'm here to talk to you about tonight, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Let's say hello, Zeus194. We got a bit of a lag tonight, so I'll announce people if they're filtering in slow. But yeah, thanks for joining. So this is a continuation from episode 307, which you should be able to find pretty easily on the old YouTube. And the idea is, we decided to build a game from scratch. And I showed you guys we were going to do the concept art, so it gave us the prompt. We used the prompt. We done some jiggery pokery, and I'm here to basically explain what was done. And we're going to have a look at the game, which is pretty cool. The only thing is, the game has audio, you know, and I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, so it's going to be a bit chatty. But yeah, so let's get into it. So first things first, we used Claude code, obviously. There you go. Dragon says, I was lurking for 15 minutes ago. I was wrestling with watching The Expanse or Drift. Well, I mean, hey, you could do both. Just have me here shouting at you while you're watching The Expanse. But I appreciate you coming here. So, yeah, appreciate the support, as always. Thank you very much, Mr. Dragon, for saying hello. So anyway, like I say, we're going to jump into Starship Engineer Dev. So we're going to start where we start. Obviously, I already showed everybody the repo. The main repo is already public. You can check out the plans that we used and you can reproduce everything that was done. We're going to take a look at the one I've been working in here, which will also be public eventually, but not yet. So the plans are public, as I say, all the plans, everything here, even the interface prototyping, it's all here. It explains the basic concept. We wanted to control everything with an engines, defense, weapons triangle. Okay. And the core gameplay is bridge crew chatter. So the bridge crew chatter with real-time combat and whatever events, RPG style. LLM powered dialogue, okay, a sealed orders system that's written backwards using my narrative spittoon. Fallback dialogue as well, but I don't know about Insure's working offline. I haven't even tested that. I don't know why he says stuff like this. Sometimes he gets a bit ambitious. Anyway, text-to-speech with Supertonic. So it should work well. It's ONNX, so the overhead is like 250 megabytes. And then the main thing we're going to be looking at, of course, is the way we did the graphics, because it came out very nice. I'm going to have to try and find the right window so we can actually see it. But each of the voices is being used as each of the individual crew members. So obviously you start off, there's no tricks, you just npm install, npm run dev. and obviously it's telling all of the phases. Now there are some additional steps that aren't in here that obviously would have had to have been done. Any implementation often requires a few extra steps. This only gives you the browser SAPI, but if I took one of my Supertonic integration plans, which I did, I've used stuff that I've released to put this together. Okay, so yeah, enough of the unbuilt version. Let's jump over to the built version. So this is probably not quite up to date with the one that we have right now, but I think I might have done it 3 hours ago. I think I did, yeah. So 2.5.0 is the current version at the time of broadcasting. And like I said, it's got all of the art assets, even the PSD files I think ended up being included. So let's just take a look at some of the things that we had to do. There's a whole bunch of them actually, oh my goodness. So we've got the migration plan itself for Supertonic, we've got the narration flow fix, the JSX to Tauri we did yesterday. Dragon says, I do not spy any battle cruisers. Maybe we could make an Expanse style combat game. I think that would be a really cool fusion of something Fernicar made a couple of weeks back. Maybe we'll have a little go at that, you know, like anyway we can talk more. So JSX init prompt we already looked at, the crew dialogue narrative plan, the sci-fi writing style I think I already put out. Maybe. I mean, the narrative spittoon stuff may have been added subsequently. The GUI PNG overhaul is the big one. Okay. We're not going to go through all of these in crazy detail. I just want to highlight the amount of stuff that that happens in the process of development, right? And most of it is I'm telling him to document what we're doing as we go along. If you come along to the live show in the dev chat hangouts, you know, if you come along to there, we're always showing this sort of thing, so come and ask questions. But this is super nice. Supertonic client side ONNX based TTS engine for higher quality voices, still quick. Okay, does it make a few mistakes? Yeah, it's all good. So what we do is, this is the Supertonic migration plan, so it's been adapted for this app, so obviously it's going to install Supertonic, and yeah. For the narrative flow, so we have sealed orders which generate the missions, so obviously we've made sure it doesn't excuse me, sneezing. So anyway, yeah, like I said, these are all notes from where we're trying to fix problems because the game was going too fast. We had to slow it down. Same with the crew dialogue narrative pattern here. Yeah, so it's just explaining how the agents are doing the LLM dialogue. Alright, cool. And then narrative generation optimization plan V2. So the V1 was generated by the 007 agent, which is also in the repo. And whoops, we should have kept the last one. Oh, that one was actually done. Oh, just a sec. Hello, Fernicar. Battlecruiser operational. Indeed. Okay, so what do we got? Stronger template variation, hypertime event. So I decided to slow the game down with a thing called hypertime. Hello, Kapuli. Welcome to the show. So I decided to slow it down with a hypertime. So it's because it's real time. We need to be able to give time for the narrative to actually be spoken. And the problem was that they'd be speaking about the story of the game, and then you couldn't actually, do the thing. So performance-aware narrative branching in the crew chatter, cached common phrase audio. Okay, and then we left off a bunch of things from the V1. So I've modified a plan. So it's a good example of make the plan, curate the plan, then run it. Better late than never, Dragon. The battle cruiser must arrive. So anyway, so this is the thing. So narrative TTS, game unfreezes, game events, narrative, and so on. Okay, we're talking about how the game flow is gonna, or how we want it to work. So the concept is time dilation, which essentially slows the game down to allow people to speak. When you think about it in a TV show, it's not really real time, is it? They need time to have their monologue, right? It was quite funny, actually. At one point, there was a narrator, which we didn't want. So I deliberately told him, no. Narrator is actually the crew. The crew is supposed to be talking. There's not supposed to be a narrator. I think it was in here somewhere. No. Okay. And then something else, which I think everyone will be a little bit more interested in than all that stuff, is how we put together the UI. So we used a concept art JSON that came with the app prompt. So the app did the prompt, made the JSON went into Nano Banana. We generated concept art. We showed that back to the agent Opus. He's then sliced it up according to the prompt I gave him, overlaid those elements. I've then rearranged them so that they line up. And if I show you what I mean, it's quite simple when you actually see what was done. So right here is the output. So that's what we ended up with, okay? So this is what came out of Banana. Now I'll show you what I put into it and the prompt. So I'm sure it's in here somewhere. There. Let's make this bigger. Bigger. Okay. Can I move it around? Right. There you go. Complete the user interface by matching the style of the elements while filling in only the black space using Japanese Soviet aesthetics without altering the existing UI elements. So, what was this? This up here in the top left corner, that is the actual background element of the UI, and all of the things that are floating here, these are all background elements of the UI that are in the right place and fit the text, or have, are inside roughly the right area where they should be. The needles are lined up. Okay, so it gave me images. I replaced them so that they're all correct, and then I took that screenshot and threw it through here. Okay, and then what you end up with is, it, like I said, it filled in the black space, and that gives you this. Now obviously we still need to make a few changes, because once we put our stuff over the top, it's not going to quite line up right because of the scaling. So I had to slice it down the middle. I had to slice it down the middle twice into 3 columns, and I had to stretch things around, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't take very long. And by the end of it, we sort of have it, this is how we want it to look. So we get as close to this as we can, basically. Yeah. So, why can't I get this off the screen? Useless. Okay. All right. So this is how it gives it to us. And if you notice in the thing, it's got a bunch of images, It's got a bunch of images that we can change. So console frame is the main background, all right? So I make that black so that you can see the elements floating there, right? And then it's going to give us all of the different things here, all of the stats we need. This is for handoff to an art team, you see. That's how you tell him. So give me the handoff for the art design, so we got all the assets that we need for the app, right? Externalize PNG assets. Oh, look at this. We even have a Z order. That's kind of cool. So anyway, from that point, do we have, man, Windows is terrible today. Move this out of the way. Alright, so we should be able to just see it. So here we have the last chat. We'll get rid of that now. He's confused anyway. And we'll bring it over. Alright, Starship Engineer. It should be running. Should we give it a refresh? There we go, it's refreshed. So if we go into the settings, you can see that we have the speech engine. Let's turn it up and get a mic check on this one. I want to see Supertonic. So the captain.
All hands, this is the captain. Power systems are nominal. Prepare for departure.
And then we have the science officer.
Navigation systems online.
Navigation.
Calculating optimal route to destination.
And then
Tactical systems armed and ready. Scanning for potential threats.
tactical.
Communications array active. All frequencies clear.
Interesting. We've got a dude on communication. Alright. And then you put your API key in and it uses Grok 4 Fast, which is super cheap and you barely notice. Alright. It's going to use Narrative Spittoon to write our adventure. So let's see what happens. I'll leave the bugs open to scare everyone. Most of it is just a bunch of WASM warnings, so it's not really a big deal. It's not going to break it. It's going to be using, like I say, WebGPU, WASM, and ONNX for the TTS. Other than that, it's Open Router API for the Grok 4 Fast. All right. It's using one of my templates with a bunch of agent stuff to generate each chapter, and that is the script and all of the events and everything that's going to happen to me. And I am a lowly, no-named engineer who nobody cares about, and I have to move
All
this.
stations report status.
Navigation online. All systems nominal.
Tactical ready. Shields at 100%.
Communications standing by. All channels clear. Status report. All stations. Sensors showing clear.
Affirmative, Captain. Navigational deflector optimal at warp 2.3.
Shields at standby. Weapons cold. No threats on tactical scan.
Comms quiet. Engineering confirm EPS grid stability. Heard a faint clang below decks. Log it for review. Heard a faint clang below decks. Log it for review.
It wants me to change the power.
Report
Weapons.
status.
Navigation online.
Seems to
All
be a
systems
lag.
Nominal.
Tactical ready. It's at 100%. Tactical ready. Shields at 100%. Tactical ready. Shields at 100%.
Communications standing by. All channels clear. Status report. All stations. Sensors showing clear.
Affirmative, Captain. Navigational deflector optimal at warp 2.3.
Engineering. We need 73% power to shields.
Affirmative, Captain. Navigational deflector optimal at warp 2.3.
Shields at standby. Weapons cold.
The story's
threats on
gone.
tactical scan.
Comms quiet. Engineering confirm EPS grid stability.
Unless this is a
Yellow
tutorial.
alert. Helm. Plot intercept at 47 Alpha 9. Divert power to propulsion. 56% minimum. Weapons need power.
Oh my god. He's shouting at me.
75%.
Oh my god.
Yellow alert.
Help.
Helm. Plot intercept at 47 Alpha 9.
Course laid in, Captain. ETA 12 minutes at warp 4.
Oh my god.
Shields at 80%.
I think I died. I think the ship died. I'm not sure. I want to try that again. It's so funny. For some reason, the story didn't seem to actually get used. We'll check that again. Anyway, it's going pretty good. You know, the story gets generated. For some reason, they didn't unseal the orders and read out what was happening. It just went straight into combat. But then again, maybe one of them is straight into combat. Like I said, there's 10 scenarios that are taken inspiration from a bunch of different TV shows, so... And that seemed like we were just under attack the whole time. There's supposed to be a HP bar, but maybe it was bugged. You know, because I didn't see the HP bar go down. I was trying my best to do the thing. It does work. It's just... I think maybe
All
I
stations
messed up.
report status.
Okay.
Navigation online. All systems nominal.
There's no story.
Tactical ready. Shields at 100%.
Communications standing by. All channels clear. Status report, bridge. Sensors picking up that subroutine ping? Affirmative, Captain. Sensors clear to 2.3 LOI. No threats. Shields nominal at 100%. Warp engines idle. Patrol velocity steady. Probability of anomaly, 4.2%.
Oh, it's an anomaly.
Comms quiet, sir. Routing query through subspace
Engines to
channels.
97.
I need engines at 97% now.
Comms quiet, sir. Routing query through subspace channels. Engineering. Confirm power grid stability on that ping. All stations report status. All stations
Weapons,
report
59.
status.
Navigation online. All systems nominal.
Okay.
Tactical ready. Shields at 100%.
Communications standing by. All channels clear. Status report, bridge. Sensors picking up that subroutine ping? Affirmative, Captain.
Shields.
Sensors clear to 2.3 LOIs. No threats.
Propulsion.
Shields nominal at 100%.
Engineering, we need 76% power to shields.
Affirmative, Captain. Sensors clear to 2.3 LOIs.
Oh my god.
No threats. Shields nominal at 100%.
Boost defensive systems to 90%.
What?
Priority 1.
Okay.
Affirmative, Captain. Sensors clear to 2.3 LOIs.
Weapons.
No threats.
Shit.
Shields nominal at 100%. Warp engines idle. Patrol velocity steady. Probability of anomaly, 4.2%. Warp engines idle. Patrol velocity
Mission complete.
steady.
Nice. I finished the mission. It doesn't make any sense when you don't get any narratives. I'm going to try one more time and see if I can get it. It says we should be doing trouble with tribbles. So it should be all about how there's you know, some kind of organism on the ship infecting everyone or something. But like I said, it has to generate the story and then run through it. I think for some reason we're losing the narrative. It's supposed to do that first. That's one thing I've been having trouble with. He doesn't want to slow down. He doesn't want to slow down. So anyway, we're going to hyperspace jump.
All stations report status.
Okay, I got to do power
Navigation
management.
online. All systems nominal.
That's all it is.
Tactical ready.
Power
Shields
management.
at 100%.
Communications standing by.
Okay.
All channels clear. Status report. All stations. Sensors clear in the nebula.
Affirmative, Captain. Long range array nominal. No threats detected.
Course steady at 0.2 impulse. Deflectors handling debris at 92% efficiency.
All comms channels open. Engineering confirm warp core output. Shields at standby.
Engines,
Maintain
95.
patrol vector, people.
Weapons, 65.
I need engines at 95%. Now.
95 now.
Shields at standby. Maintain patrol vector, people.
Weapons to 65.
All stations report status.
Navigation online. All systems nominal. Navigation online.
Engineering.
All systems nominal.
Tactical ready. Shields at 100%.
78.
Communications standing by. All channels clear. Status report.
Did it.
All stations. Sensors clear in the nebula.
Affirmative, Captain. Long range array nominal.
Weapons,
no
94.
threats detected. Weapons need
Whoa,
power.
whoa,
Up to
jeez,
94%.
All right, I did it.
Affirmative, Captain. Long range array nominal. No threats
Oh my
detected.
god. They're
Course steady at 0.2
she's a little pushy.
impulse. Deflectors handling debris at 92% efficiency.
All comms channels open. Engineering confirm warp core
It's
output.
78 to
I
the
need
engines.
engines at 78%.
Okay, we're on it.
now.
You need
I
shields at
need
88.
engines
How the
at
hell?
70%.
You can't have
now.
both.
All comms channels open.
Engines at
Engineering confirm warp core output.
what?
Report on those subspace
Defense 88.
fluctuations,
Oh,
Chen.
shit.
Shields at full?
Affirmative,
Yes,
Captain.
yes.
Sensors picking up chronoton
Barely.
pulses with rift expanding. Threat level yellow.
Oh, okay, we win. Whew. See, it's a bit weird when it doesn't stop to read out why we're there and what's happening and stuff. But we might have a go at fixing that in a minute. I'm going to see if we get another... Well, no, I think we've seen enough. All right, so let's get into the actual... I reckon the Photoshop might be a good place to start. Give me a sec. Because I could at least show the that one template. I wonder. Because I've shown the Nano Banana fill in the black space, you know, with more UI, right? It's like in painting, but out painting. So you like arrange all of your UI elements that actually work and move with code in your game. So you've obviously got a background, which is a nice high quality image. And then you've got the needles and everything, which is programmatic. But then you need to have your frame, the UI frame fit. And it's possible to just make the image with black background. And he'll just change, you know, he'll just fit it all in for you according to your prompt. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to see. Yeah, this one here. Yeah. So as you can see there, this is a screenshot of it before we had the UI. So we didn't have the UI, but we had the background elements roughly in the right place. So I've obviously done all of these with a banana or a, you know, cropping it in Photoshop or something like that. You can see it's just a, you know, it's like image replacement, right? So you line it up with the elements. Like I think I moved this up a bit and, you know, I moved some things. But anyway, the point is you can put the time into making the art like almost like a mod pack, I would say. It's kind of strange how you end up doing it, but essentially you make the artwork to fit into the elements which are dynamic, and then you end up with this black space, like I said, or it goes around, and you can just get, like I said, the prompt. So you get one of these, you throw that image in, you say filling in only the black space, you see. So and then that gives you the UI that we actually see in the game. So that was the thing which I most enjoyed, was the ability to take your React JavaScript games, which all kind of look the same, let's be honest, and then use the power of Nano Banana to make them into rich skinned high quality graphics, which, you know, there's no end to that. You know, it's really about what are you building, but it means you can break out from the, you know, the run-of-the-mill AI, because I've got about 1,000 AI games to show
All
off.
stations
Whoa!
report status.
Uh-oh,
Navigation online.
we're back on the clock,
All
boys.
systems nominal.
Tactical ready. Shields at 100%.
Okay.
Communications standing by. All channels clear. Status report bridge. All systems green.
Navigation nominal. Sensors at 100%
Nominal?
on Nebula Edge.
Shields steady. Phasers on standby. Faint
Oh.
harmonic on long range array.
We still haven't had a battle.
Comms clear. No signals.
Not a proper
in
one.
Sector. Routine patrol vector locked. Comms clear. No
Weapons,
signals in sector.
84.
Routine patrol vector locked.
Weapons 84,
Comms
weapons
clear.
84,
No
good.
signals in sector.
Power to
Routine
weapons.
patrol vector locked. Engineering, confirm warp coils idling smooth at minimal output.
What the?
All stations report status.
Uh-oh.
Navigation
We
offline.
got
All
combat.
systems
We're
nominal.
under attack.
Tactical ready.
We've taken
Shields at
damage.
100%.
We are taking
Communications
damage.
standing by.
Guys.
All channels clear. Status report. bridge.
Defensive
All
systems 84.
green. Status report bridge. All systems green.
Okay, done it.
Navigation nominal. Sensors at 100%
Oh
on
no.
Nebula Edge.
Oh nice, we're winning.
Shields steady. Phasers on standby. Faint harmonic on long range
Oh,
array.
wait, no we're
Comms
not.
clear. No signals in sector. Routine patrol vector locked.
This is bad.
Torres. Open all channels. Protocol
Defense.
47B initiated.
I already
Torres,
we're
open all
we're dead.
channels. Protocol 47B
Oh, no.
initiated. Hailing on standard frequencies, Captain.
Oh no.
No response.
No
yet.
response on hailing.
Sensors show erratic emissions.
Our shields are
at
down.
100%. Weapons.
Oh wait, no they're not.
Trajectory stable. 87% chance it's adrift. Adjusting course minimally.
Adrift.
Engineering, prep engines for evasive if needed.
Defense
Engineering,
65.
prep engines for evasive if needed. Engineering, confirm warp coils idling smooth at minimal output.
Call to adventure.
What?
Torres,
Call to
open all
adventure.
channels. Protocol 47B initiated. Torres,
Engines
open all
53.
channels. Protocol 47B
Okay.
initiated. Hailing on standard frequencies.
We got it,
Captain.
we got it, we got it.
No response yet. Hailing on standard
Engines
frequencies,
94.
Captain.
Uh-oh.
No response yet.
They're trying to run
Sensors
away.
show erratic emissions. Shields at 100%. Weapons cold.
Trajectory stable 87%.
We're overloading the
chance of
engines,
drift.
Captain.
Adjusting course minimally.
Engineering, prep engines for evasive if needed.
Tactical
Engineering,
engineering,
prep engines for
67.
evasive. if
67, yeah.
needed. Sensors
Got it.
confirm temporal shear that scout.
Hull breach.
Hull breach.
Integrity at
Uh-oh.
hull breach.
Uh-oh.
Hull integrity at
Uh-oh.
hull breach.
Uh-oh.
Hull integrity at 46%.
Uh-oh.
Evaded. Enemy fire.
Oh, we survived it.
Engineering, we needed that power now.
What power?
Evaded enemy fire. Evaded enemy
You've
fire.
already got the power.
Shields critical. We're losing containment.
Hull breach. Weapon enemy
Oh
vessel
my god.
destroyed.
The browser Sappy has
Translation
taken over.
confirmed. Translation.
Note to self. Note to self.
The browser, everything just broke. Stop! Right. What happened? What happened? Cannot read properties of null. Yeah. Okay. So we got a weird error here. Okay, so we got a good one. We actually managed to break it. I like it. 36 minutes. That's where we're at. Maybe 26 actually, I don't know. 21 minutes, right. So switching to fallback. Yeah, so that's the error right there. Okay, so how do we fix it? Well, there's a couple of things I want to fix, actually. So let's get our main man, Claude. And we're going to go Claude code desktop or Claude desktop code. Yeah. This folder, which is where we're working right now. Nice and easy. And I'm going to say we see an error with Supertonic TTS service and the what is it? After which all TTS used to fallback. Browser console. So then I'll put the log that I got from the browser console there, which is like that's where it went wrong. And then also I want to mention the fact that there's no narrative right now. Like before it was so funny. Before what was happening was it was telling me the story, like really getting into the story, and like the combat was happening and it wasn't telling you anything about what was happening. So now I'm getting the opposite. So make that number 2 and we'll say number 1. We do not, wait a minute, we are hearing the combat and game events properly spoken by the crew, and the events match the gameplay well. We do not hear any narrative elements now. The game simply launched into the power management phase with no narrative introduction, which is we can make sure that the game is frozen frozen until the narrative speech is spoken in full by any and all crew before the game events begin. Yes. This must happen first, or we have no context. It's very confusing. I mean, that is kind of an interesting one, but that's not how it is. Yeah, we have no context for the player yet to understand the scenario. And it's like pointless. Why would you even write the story if you're not going to read it out? Anyway, so I'll let it go on that. We're just using Sonnet 4. I don't know why it's being a bit... There we go, that's better. So I'll let him run on that. But looking at the actual UI, you can see that I didn't change the skin for the button, obviously, and I could have removed this. But I thought it was useful to have a center point, you know? But essentially it's a power triangle, you know? You have your power to weapons, power to shields, power to engines. And then that gives you a simple, oh, I have to quickly get to the right number. It's very basic at the moment. But like I said, it's a couple of days of development. Really, it was about the planning, how to put it together, how to integrate the TTS. Obviously, all games require more development, but you can see we've almost integrated that. This UI has moved. See, it's moved because there's an enemy there now. It has actually stopped now, which is nice. That does mean that at least it can pause the game. So, but if you were going to make a game like this, you probably put more puzzles in. And so we did do a little blast, and on the next show we're going to be taking a look at those. So let me see if I can find the repo real quick. Yeah, reactor overload. So I'm working on a website which I'm going to show, which is basically this. Okay, these are all little mini games. All right, we'll take a look at a couple of them in a little minute, and like how they were made and stuff, because it's a very simple process to make these things. But the main thing is actually the integration. So how do you put that into your game, right? So that's what we're really looking at. We're looking at making modular components that can then be integrated into other games, and then obviously the other people are going to change them, use different assets and all this. So it's just like a little, I don't know, it's like a little library of cool stuff you can put in there. So what the, get back over there, mates. Okay, Steve, stop messing with the cameras. Okay, so so yeah, we've got the supertonic migration plan, which is what was used. So as you can see here, we've recreated it using the web integration guide, which is already up in the developers section under LLM prompts on Mushroom Fleet GitHub. Document I have attached describes implementation of supertonic TTS. It was already a React plan, but I wanted to adapt it a little bit for use with this. So we can read the plan and think hard while we write a new plan for the integration of this TTS service with any React-based app which already uses browser SAPI. So in other words, make the plan a little bit more like an upgrade for any app that uses browser SAPI already. I've got a bunch of them, so I thought that would be a useful thing to do. It's just going to save time, and that's exactly what it does. Okay. And obviously we've used that in the recent Starship Engineer that we were talking about, right? So we've got it all in there. It's also going to be built to Tauri, we hope. Oh yeah, the 007 prompt. If people forgot about this one, it's quite cool. This can be adapted many ways, but the bottom line is to have him take on the behavior. So you've been contracted as an AI consultant by Origin AI. The company welcomes your particular insights about what's wrong with the request format sent to the agents. Origin AI has been implementing your suggestions so far. They experienced 200% revenue since then. Keep doing your suggestions like always. And then I put in my, stuff that's relevant to request format. So narrative generation, TTS audio pipeline. These are prompts. Yo, Hap. Big Hap. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Alterations to the pipeline. Create plans to improve. LLM prompt engineering optimization. All right. So that's, there it is, right? All right. So aside from the fact that it basically screams at you. Oh. Don't tell me he's finished already. Come on. No, he's not finished yet. Go back. Go back. There we go. So he's building stuff. And yeah, like I say, it's continuing to expand into sort of higher order stuff. The next thing I want to do is I want to get Claude Code back installed on my server again. Because we had a lot of fun last time we did that. Ah, you're trying to learn PHP, are you? Oh, excellent job. Well done. Yeah, I think I wrote something with PHP lately. I forget what it was now. It'll come back to me, I'm sure. Yeah, we did a little PHP project recently, actually. I can't remember what it was now. Was it the rating, blind rating? I can't remember. The issue there was the server. Oh, I think it's finished. Right, let's get ready for this. I wonder if we'll get a narrative this time. Yeah, good to see you, Hap. Is it gonna work? They're gonna make me do work, aren't they?
All stations report status.
Navigation online.
Still no
All
narrative.
systems nominal.
Tactical ready. Shields at 100%.
Communications standing by. All channels clear.
Generating dialogue for page 0. What's it doing?
Status report, bridge. All systems nominal.
Affirmative, Captain. Engines at 15% impulse. Course steady.
Sensors clear. Shields at full standby. No threats detected.
Comms quiet. Shuttle link secure.
Where's
All
the sealed?
channels green.
Where's the sealed orders?
Engineering. Confirm power distribution to emitters.
Okay.
All stations report status.
Navigation online. All systems nominal.
Tactical ready. Shields at 100%.
Oh.
Communications standing by.
Uh-huh.
All channels clear. Status report, bridge. All systems nominal.
Affirmative, Captain. Engines at 15% impulse.
He
Course
never
steady.
told me what the orders were.
Sensors clear. Shields at full standby. No threats detected.
Comms quiet. Shuttle link secure. All channels green. Engineering. Power distribution to emitters. Sensors confirm Cardassian signature.
Oh no, it's aliens.
Shields to yellow alert.
Merry
Adjusting
Christmas, Hap.
course to intercept.
Good to see you.
85% probability of evasion. Phasers online. Disruptors match light profile. No lock yet. Hailing on standard freak. Federational reliant state intentions. Engineering. Boost engine output for pursuit if needed.
Call adventure.
What?
Call to adventure.
Call to adventure.
Sensors confirm Cardassian signature.
84.
Shields to yellow alert. Sensors
Shields
confirm
93.
Cardassian signature. Shields to yellow alert. Adjusting course to intercept. 85% probability of evasion. Phasers online. Disruptors match light profile. No lock yet. Hailing on standard freak. Federation vessel reliant state intentions.
Oh.
Engineering.
Wait, what?
Boost engine output for pursuit.
Am
if
I about
needed.
to get erect?
Shields holding at 87%. Adapt to harmonic 47 Chen.
They're really going for it.
Cardassian disruptors probing minimal damage, but jamming relays.
Maintaining parallel course. 92% chance they veer if we nudge engines.
What?
Hailing scout on open channel.
Don't do that.
Stand down. This is escort duty.
Engineering. Reroute 15% from non-essentials to tactical arrays.
I don't know what that means.
Power
Is that an
transfer
order?
complete. Eventually.
Hello,
Acknowledged.
Dominic. Merry
Try to be
Christmas.
faster next time.
What?
Tests and trials.
Shields.
Shields holding at 87%.
I'm in combat.
Adapt to harmonic
Tactical.
47
60%.
Shields holding at 87%. Adapt to harmonic 47 Chen.
I did it.
Cardassian disruptors probing minimal damage,
Oh my
but
God.
jamming relays.
Oh my god.
Maintaining parallel course. 92% chance they veer if we nudge engines.
Oh my god.
Hailing scout on open channel. Stand down. This is escort duty.
See, I'm not the captain.
Engineering.
That's the thing about the game. Whoa.
15% from non-essentials
Yeah.
to tactical arrays.
Tactical. I don't know what that
Engineering.
means.
Reroute
51.
15% from non-essentials
Defensive to
tactical
51.
arrays.
Okay. Whoa.
Shields hit. Shields at 90%. Hull breach. Hull integrity at 97%.
Oh,
Shields hit.
it's not good.
Shields at 90%.
I think we're going to get killed.
Hull breach.
Uh-oh.
Hull integrity
Uh-oh.
at 97%.
Oh no.
Status report.
Help.
All stations.
More
Sensors
power.
picking up anything?
Power to
Sensors
the
picking up
thing.
warp echo classified as hostile scout vessel. Hull at 100%.
Oh
Range
no.
50,000
Oh wait, we
kilometers.
did it. We won.
Sensors picking up warp echo classify as
Oh.
hostile scout vessel. Hull at 100%.
Wait.
Range 50,000 kilometers.
Wait, we got away, right?
Evaded enemy fire. Evaded enemy fire.
Aye, Captain. Unknown
What?
vessel at 0.5
Weapons.
AUs.
Oh no, there's
Closing
more of
fast.
them.
Threat level.
No, I'm going to get...
Red alert.
We need to get
All
away.
hands to battle stations.
I'm not the captain.
Area. Evasive maneuvers.
Uh,
Chen. Boost shields to full.
Probability of intercept.
Shields to full.
87%. Recommend evasive
I don't know
maneuvers.
what it
Engines
means.
at full.
Engines at full.
Shields hit. Shields at 80%.
Make up your
Hull
minds.
breach. Hull integrity at 94 cents. Shields hit.
Good defense to
Shields at
63.
80%.
It's way
Hull
over.
breach. Hull integrity at 94 cents.
Uh-oh.
Adjusting course 15 degrees
We need to
starboard.
get out of this.
Probability of intercept.
The delegation is
87%.
impressed. Apparently we've got a
Engines
bunch
at
of diplomats on
53%
board.
power.
It should have
Open
told us
channel
that,
on
but
all
didn't.
frequencies. This is USS Vanguard.
Diplomatic
Identify
suite
yourself.
is secure, it
Engineering.
says.
Divert power to weapons
Diplomatic.
to 71% nominal. Torres, hail
Engines.
that scout. Identify or be fired upon.
Shields hit. Shields at 70%.
No,
Hull
they're
breach.
not. We
Hull
got no
integrity
shields.
At 91 cents.
Oh, my
Shields hit.
gosh.
Shields at 70%. Hull breach. Hull integrity at 91%.
Evaded enemy fire. Evaded enemy fire.
Acknowledged. Try to be faster next time.
Shields hit. Shields at
He didn't tell me what to do.
Hull breach. Hull integrity
Okay.
at 88%.
Evaded.
All right, we'll stop it there because obviously it's an infinite game, right? And there's like 10 different scenarios and it's AI generating them every time. So yeah, it could be tweaked, right? We could make it better. But I just wanted to show how it's possible to make the graphics. I thought that was the most interesting thing about it. You make the background for the elements that are going to be moving, that are going to be dynamic. Put that into the old Nano Banana, and then you slice it up like an HTML tables site. So yeah, and you put it all back together again, and it looks pretty good. I mean, you could probably spend more time on jigging things around a little bit differently, or but like, the text is filling in here, and it's like little tweaks really from that point. But I thought it was quite an interesting experiment to see if we could, like, use image replacement with Nano Banana and Claude code to uplift, facelift. What is that? Yeah. Like a facelift for the game, because obviously when you do everything in, as we'll show you in a minute, if you do everything in React, you do become a little limited with what you can do. So being able to do image replacement is super nice. And it was very straightforward. It's never been easier. So, yeah, happy to report that. But let's take a little look at some. We'll do a preview on some of these. What you call it? So we'll do a preview on a couple of these mini games. So this one was probably the most fun. So just build it straight like this. Oh, you can't really see it. Hang on. All right. That'll do. So it's hexagonal minesweeper. We call it reactor sweep. The idea is to tie it in with that spaceship engineer game. So the idea would be the game would pause, it would come up, and you'd have to fix the reactor that's now overloaded. Because you know how when you do too much, it always overloads. So if you overload too much, you have to come in here and do reactor sweep. Locate the overheated fuel rods. So it's a mini game that will be integrated into the other game. But it's just Minesweeper, okay? So we have to identify, in fact we can cheat, but you can identify, oh, and if I click on this too many times, I melt down, if I get it wrong too many times, right? So let's try again. Oof. Oh. Ah, wrecked. Wrecked again. That's not one. Does it cost me when I get it wrong? No. Puzzle solved. But like I said, let's take a look at how this was made, because it's actually very, very easy. So, I used the same template prompt every time, just changing the game concept, right? As you'll see when we look at the next one. We can envision is a good word, a Minesweeper-inspired game which used a hexagonal grid to simulate nuclear reactor fuel rods by finding the overheated rods, mines, by clicking on the unmarked hexagonal squares to attempt to discover the location of the breach rods by marking them with flags. If correct, a bonus will be bestowed upon the power output. If these are clicked on directly, the purge system button must be clicked. So we got rid of that and just made it a meltdown in the end. Which locks out the game for 10 seconds. I got rid of that last bit in the end. Pulsing purge button did not appear. Explain. He did. He explained. Purge button doesn't work, but the game's great. Clean it up by removing logic related to cooldown by preserving remaining logic. And then finally, today, we can write an integration plan which will include this game as an overlay modal inside another game, as a modular component which can be implemented to an existing React app. Write the instructions inside a new Markdown artifact. We will include the current JSX file with this plan, so this will be used as the component. Focus on the non-destructive integration of this puzzle for use as a mini-game that can be triggered by events. Okay? And you'll think, okay, that's all cool, but so I've got a game, right? Say I want to do a little bit of hacking or a little bit of lock picking, right? We can pick one of these. We can make a little mini game to whatever we want, and then we can take the JSX, and you can turn that into any code as well. It doesn't have to remain a JSX React. You know, the logic is more or less the same, and the AI can translate between them. So, you know, I've written in .NET, which is C#. They've done, obviously, we do a lot of Python. But yeah, anyway, JSX is quick because you can see it work immediately in an artifact. That's why I picked JSX, by the way. No favoritism, it's practical. If we're able to just immediately prototype like this, you know, I don't have to mess around. It's going to use procedural and, you know, generative, like scale, graphics, this sort of stuff, SVG. it's going to put it together for me, right? So then I have my integration plan. And obviously this is going to integrate this mini game into another game. So, you know, it's not going to completely... I call it abrogative inclusion, which is a strange combination of words. But if you think that your integration plan was written in advance, so now I go away and I make my app, well, my app is the source of truth. So when I come with my integration plan, it's abrogative inclusion because the previous code I wrote is true. So if the function is called like round time, yeah, but then you look in the integration plan, it's looking for time round. The idea with abrogative inclusion or abrogative inclusion is it's going to take all of the variable logic which you've established in your code base, but then integrate that with the plan for whatever it is you're trying to bring in on top. For example, it could be TTS, it could be video generation, it could be any kind of stuff. But the plans are like white label, so they should integrate with a slight adaptation. If it's a complex code base, I would do like a mutation adaptation where you throw the white label plan in to your code base and say adapt this plan for integration with my code base. It's not that difficult to do, it's just a pre-step to make him write the artifact which he'll then use as his plan. Opus is very good at writing the plans, and I use Sonnet 4 for execution. Abracadabra inclusion, says Dragon. Yes, abracadabra. It's hard to say. Abrogative. If we look it up, you'll see what it means. Funny, you look it up now, it's like, it doesn't exist. Can't spell it. Abrogative. The act of repealing, abolishing, officially ending. No. To abolish a law. No. Nullify or revoke, I guess. This is bad. Can we get like a proper one? They're making it's all politics. The last thing I said is the true thing. Is what it means. You know, the last piece of legislation, right? So here we go. Yeah, the last piece of legislation. No, it's not made up at all. So, abrogate pieces of legislation, right? So, new law. New law takes precedent over old law. That's an abrogative process, okay? So, if you have new code or you want to integrate old code, there it is. It's abrogative inclusion. But for some reason, it's been now they only use it for this, okay? I can't explain that. I can't explain that. But it works. Anyway, words. He understands it, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I still didn't hear any narrative. I say, we still do not hear the sealed orders and that introduction to the narrative chapter as read by the captain and crew. Strange. All the code's there, he's just not running it for some reason, which is fun. But hey, the game worked. I'm happy with that. Now then. I'm just trying to think now. Yeah, so apart from that, obviously, the next thing I'm going to be checking is, can that be built to exe? And when it does, when you install it, does it still work? Because it might be that, you know, once you actually build it to exe and it's signed and stuff, suddenly it doesn't want to do API calls anymore because of some obscure security policy we've never even run into. So that's the next thing I want to investigate. See if this can actually build to MSI, because whether or not we perfect the speech patterns and whatnot is kind of like fine-tuning. If you were actually making a game and that was your only project, you would be spending weeks and months on it, not a couple of days. Yeah? So I'm not really too fussed. After a couple of days, I'm surprised to have gotten this far, and the graphics are actually really quite. They're not bad. Like, I was surprised. Like, where is it? It's still working on it, but like I said, it matches the. If you look at the concept artwork that we generated, and then you look at the UI of the game, it matches. You know what I mean? So like. That was a big thing that you would need a UI editor for, was to get the UI to all look nice, because it's easy to just change stuff. But this process kind of gets around that, and then you can have dynamic, high quality images and it's got layer support. So you could have like a whole bunch of different elements which are on above and below and all transparency. You can do all of that, and then have the code make the animations happen. So it's like. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a big deal because, like I said, if I go and look at some of these React, you can make your React stuff and it all looks the same. So here, make it bigger. There we go. So in fact, there you go. Look. In fact, yeah, because it's made for a 720. So if you can see what it does, look, it's not made to be responsive. You see, so you can see how the layers actually interact there. So obviously we've got something behind. And then you've got the elements that are like free floating on top, the chat, the three things, and the power distribution, obviously. And you've got, you can see all of the gauges are moving correctly. Do you know what I mean? So the code and all of that stuff, and the stats for the game. You can see our ship is under attack right now with Serum. What are they saying? What are they saying, right? They're not saying anything. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
All stations.
Whoa.
Report status. Engineering. Shunt.
All right. So anyway, the Boolean must be wrong. So yeah, they started talking again. But anyway, like I say, from there that works nicely. I don't know. It's basically that's what it is. You're making your image assets. You're making it tie in with the programmatic stuff. So, I don't know. I think it looks nicer than some of the other stuff. If I just go and show you another example here. So we made a bunch of these. Some of these are actually really cool as well, but it's like there's no graphics. You know what I mean? So, here we go. So these two are pretty good. All of these are going to be on a new mini site coming out. We're going to show on the next show. So we got the Fallout hacking, right? Do you remember Fallout 3? Remember Fallout 3? Got the Fallout hacking. So we can find a duds. We can find a dud. We can remove one of the duds there. It's got the features, right? I suck at this, by the way. Okay. But anyway, if we go up, it's a dynamic prompt. We can envisage a React JSX minigame based on Fallout 4 hacking, which displays a retro terminal with blocks of degraded words, 3 attempts to isolate the correct key. There should be 4, I made it a bit just snappy. You can do research on the proper mechanics before implementing the app. You can do research on the... So he can go off and find out. So it's like a dynamic prompt, basically, because it's like he's going to go off and he's going to do all of that. And then I said, he was glitching because of a type height issue. So we fixed the line height issue, and then we have our thing. Now, obviously, remember, I'm trying to make these little mini games to go inside other games. So the idea is to make it sort of self-encapsulated, and then you treat it as a component, a modular component, and you can just bring it in as a modal. Yeah. Surprisingly easy to do, in fact. Surprisingly easy to do. And then for the next one, we did the Skyrim. Obviously, as you can see, this is C. Just have a little bit of a texture for the lock barrel, and obviously this is going to be a lot nicer. Oh, I can't do it. Oh dear, I lost the pick already. I suck. Come on. It actually feels pretty legit. It's got the formula from Skyrim or something, so I got to find a good setting angle. There we go. And then pick. I'm having to like click. You just You like set an angle, click, oh, click, click, click. There we go. He's starting to go. Look, hold it. Slight movement. Maybe the other way for this one. Okay, oh, and then back. Oh, and then back. Oh, some of them are tricky. Come on, there you go. And obviously it gets harder. But yeah, this is obviously a little lock picking mini game. Now, if you have an RPG and you want to have like lock chests, you know, this is the sort of thing which you're going to want. You can take it and improve on it. When it's just a drop-in JSX, it's just nice to know. You don't even need mine. You just need to say, oh, I want to make a little React JSX mini game. And then once you're done with that, you can tweak it, make it nice, and then you can obviously make it an integration. So pull it into your existing game, which is not about this. Because sometimes it can be nice to keep that separate so it doesn't cloud his mind when he's got to be thinking about the main app. You can totally separate and externalize stuff like this and then have it brought in and triggered. All you have to do is restyle it and it'll match, you know? So that's the concept with this little thing. It's going to be in a new repo coming out soon, which is called Reactor Overload, which is going to have all of the JSXs for all these different mini games we've made. There's a couple of them actually we got time to show off before I run away. So let me have a look and see if I can find. Skyrim, Cyberpunk Frogger, that one's cool. So we made a little hacking game. And oh yeah, the Warframe, the Helldivers, and where is the last one? I can't find the last one. Procedural stealth, Metal Gear. Right, so we decided to do, we got a little bit more ambitious each time. So Netrunner is based on Frogger. So it's just like we used, oh god, oh, get a little bit brave. I'm going to get myself wrecked. I think I'm in a problem. Yeah, I've got a problem. So you have to basically get across. This is actually like hacking for some reason, okay? Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh. So you have to get to each of these to unlock the level, you know? You have to own each of the nodes by getting your little probe through. If anyone in the channel has their Claude sub-throttled, these games are the reason why. Actually, these didn't take long to make. None of them did. They all took minutes. Oh. Whoa. Okay, I have routed one of them. I don't think I've ever actually gotten all 5. I don't think I ever did. Oh crap, too slow. She can't quite make it. I think the boxes are actually bigger than they look as well. The hard one to get is that one in the top left corner. But then again, what do I know? I've never even finished level 1. Because that's it. This is just level 1. Apparently there's a level 2. I've never seen it. See what I mean? Can't quite get it. I could go back down. That's probably a bad idea, wasn't it? Ooh, we got it. I know, riveting stuff, right? But yeah, I just thought it was fun to turn Frogger into some kind of hacking mini game. We're getting close. I gotta do it one more time. How many lives do I have? This is not good. It's like waiting for a gap in the clouds. It's terrible, it is. The weather's terrible. Okay, maybe. Oh no, I ran into nothing. I suck. Anyway, these games will come out obviously eventually on the main site. And basically, I'm building a little mini site to show them off, which is fun. So this one is based on Warframe. I don't know if anybody here has played it, but you have to do the security alarms, and it is basically this. Right. There we go. So it switches when you get it wrong. Yeah. It's based on the Grenier alarm system from Warframe. We should do a Death Stranding one where you got to put a load of boxes on your and the guy's just walking and he has to keep picking up boxes and the boxes just get taller and taller and taller. Unlock. So little mini games that you can just make them in JSX and then integrate them in, but then they're a modular component, like I said, so it doesn't make your app super long with a load of garbage that clouds context. Yeah. All right, what else have we got? The Helldivers. I'm going to do the Helldivers mini game. You know what it is. It's obviously suck. I'm doing this with my left hand, which is weird. It's so weird doing it with the wrong, I'm right-handed, so if I'm sitting at my keyboard, it's a different hand doing this, so it's like somebody else is doing it. And there is a game just like this in the Helldivers. They have it in the game. Oh. Yeah. And obviously I'm not like saying, oh wow, look at this. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, you want a little mini game, this is all it takes. So I'll read that prompt out again. It's the same prompt every time, guys. We can envision a long key combination inspired game which used the up, down, left, right arrows to type random sequences as used in beat 'em up video games with a touch typing focused presentation. Retro text iconography style can be used with a countdown timer if the player takes too long. Start with 3 to 5 long sequences and increase the maximum every 10 wins. You also get a health back every 20. I put that in later. We've added some extra bits. Is this not written in JSX? Because the first time it was written in HTML. And it's fine, but I want it to be a JSX component I can just chuck into React. So we rewrote it as JSX. Literally, it's HTML. Is this not written in JSX? Is an effective prompt to make him write it now into JSX. Now, if you know what that is, it's not going to surprise you. But if you don't know what that is, that's pretty useful. Because now you can do it too. This is like child's play to these LLMs nowadays. So it's pretty awesome. All we had to do was just add a few little gameplay tweaks, which is like, feedback from the QA team. They want this, and then he'll do it. Okay. And that gives us the JSX, which is in the repo. But as I said, the big deal for me was the ability to just make these little puzzles separately, entirely separately, in a chat, almost for free, and then just pull the JSX as a modular component, integrate that with whatever game. You can do the restyling and whatever. It'll be a modal that pops up in your game, And so, your AI generating modules as components. And then it doesn't cloud the main app, doesn't get in the way of all the main code. Totally separate, so it's kind of convenient, and essentially that's what that was in that game, that first game. This thing here, that was just a simple React JSX where we're like, oh, we want to do real-time gameplay with TTS. I want the crew to shout at me to give me orders, and then I'll try to keep up, and then if I suck, we die. That was the plan, and it works. The LLM generates the story for the mission. You go off and do it. At the moment, he's a little bit confused about whether he should read out what's happening in the game or whether he should read out the story which was generated to make the game. So this is all scripted, but there's branching chants going on. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then obviously using Nano Banana, because the plan for the game came with the prompt for the UI, which we then put together with Nano Banana, as I say. There's a couple of steps to it, but it was really easy. We like outpaint the black area where there's nothing, and then it will fill it out as best as it can. Yeah, something was wonky. The reason is because this ship status panel was added after the UI was done. Like, I made the whole thing and went, hang on a minute, we don't even have a ship health bar. So that's actually a planning oversight. The fact that this thing is like just slapped over the top there. But all in all, I'd say this was a big win. I think there's one more left, which is kind of funny, so I left it till last. So this would be Shadow Ops. So here we have, and the funny thing about this to me is that this is, you know, I used to do Unreal Engine 4 tutorials, and I'll admit that's 3D. So, you know, you have to think it would have been a 3D engine, not a 2D engine, okay? But what you're looking at here is a sort of, I wouldn't say procedural, because I think there are actually like set templates, but it generated them all. So you have rooms, I have a guy, when he stops he makes a noise, and if I get close, you know, if they see me, they'll come and get me, right? So this is, the funny thing about it is, it's actually behavior trees. So it's a AI behavior tree. I don't think he actually has proper hearing. No, he doesn't. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's only got visual in his cone of vision, and he needs to see me for a second. See? Now he's alerted, but he doesn't really do much except for go back on patrol. Obviously, you can do the takedown. Oh, wait a minute. No, you can't. You probably need to have a button to push for that. Hang on. Oh, dear. There you go. I couldn't reach it. Left-handed and all that. But you actually lose points for trying to take the enemies down, as with all Kojima games. You're supposed to just sneak it. So obviously we've got different setups here. It's all just done with generated SVG, you see. But if you imagine that you had a textured floor, textured environment objects, textured barriers, textured guys that have little animations when they move, it would transform this to be more than it is without really costing you anything. Because, you know, if I said to him, hey, output a bunch of PNG assets for this, what you've made here, and then use those. All we have to do is do Nano Banana to change those image crops. So, but yeah, let's get through here, shall we? So obviously it's, you know, it's easy to do because, you know, the levels aren't really designed very well. But I'm surprised because it was not able to do this. Like, I don't know, a couple months back, this was not possible. You couldn't have made a bunch of AI with random routes that, you know, they don't spawn inside boxes or anything. Mind you, he looks a bit stupid. He looks like he's stuck. So you speak too soon, right? Ooh. So we've got sentry mode and patrol mode. That's what they're supposed to be. He looks like he's gotten stuck. He doesn't know what to do when there's a box in the way. That's funny. Well, it's kind of meta when you think about it. Oh. Go, 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 go. So yeah, like I said, it's just a little top-down, because it reminded me of the old Metal Gear was a top-down game, right, with pixels. It wasn't like 3D, like everyone knows the Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, so I mean, it's basic, like I say. He doesn't have audio, but if he sees me, he'll come and get me. And if I manage to trigger both of them, oh, they can't see me because there's a box in the way. They can't. Whoa! They got me. So anyway, fun. And as I said, we'll be open sourcing all of these JSXs and you can pull them apart, maybe use them as a starting point. I don't know. But I can remember doing tutorials on setting up stuff like this in Unreal Engine. And, you know, it was like Game Maker, Unity, you got various different options. But it's quite interesting how far you can get with just JSX. That's all I've been noticing about this. Hey, can they see me through there? Can they see me through this wall? I don't think they can. Let's find out. Can you see me? Nope. See, that's like, because like I said, technically, there's actually stuff happening here which isn't a load of nonsense. You know, they can see through, what is it? They can't, you know what I mean? They can see through things. And they, well, they can't, I mean. It's just interesting. Okay. Alright, so that's just about everything I had to show you tonight, guys. Don't forget to look out for the releases over on the GitHub. Don't forget to come and check out what's going on in the live chat. There's always people there hanging out, showing off their projects. We've got a little group here, obviously, but we're always welcoming new people to come and say hello. So thank you very much for watching tonight. We'll be back. Wait. Hang on a minute. We won't be back on Wednesday because I'll be driving to Heathrow. So we'll be back Friday, I believe, Boxing Day. So watch out the pings. We might do like a daytime stream over Christmas. So yeah, watch out for the pings in the Discord. And thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope you all enjoy your holidays if we don't see you until then. And yeah, I'll see you all next time.